Hello, I am Janvi and I'm going to shoot my reflection B. In this, I'll be talking about a few topics that we have observed and faced throughout the third and the second challenge. So, the first topic is working in teams. In the best of all possible worlds, teams are formed deliberately and carefully to meet work needs that an individual or a group of individuals cannot meet as effectively. Although many groups are called teams, not every work group is a team. In a work group, performance is a function of what its members do as individuals. The focus in a work group is individual goals and accountabilities. A team's performance is measured primarily by the products produced collectively by the team. Working in a team with Shraddha, Sujal, Radhika had been hell lot of fun and work at the same time. Sujal was our group leader, and working in a team taught us one thing, that we should just not be thinking about ourselves. The world is bigger than what we think it is, and it has much more aspects than to be selfish. Teamwork comes selflessly. There were times when I felt that we all are working for ourselves until the last week of presentation hits. And for both the challenges, and in the last week we suddenly become a team. We work together, and that is actually great. You get to cover so many aspects of a particular research that one person cannot do alone. In conclusion to this topic, I must say working in team has a lot of perks. For example, better problem solving, increased potential for innovation, happier team members, enhanced personal growth, less burnout, more opportunities for growth, boosted productivity, smarter risk taking. Coming on to the next topic, which is reconnecting with face to face work. Ever since 2020, when COVID hit, we have almost forgotten how working face to face and physically with other people feels like. These 2 years had been very challenging for everyone. We've all had our ups and downs, and we all grew with it. Reconnecting feels like a bliss, and it all feels like that we are all stuck to our laptop and phone screen. There is no coming out of it until this semester hit, where we started working with our respective group members, and we communicated our ideas verbally and non-verbally. Also, I believe empathy and kindness is the key. We all deserve and accept kindness, empathy from others. Giving the same amount of positive energy and vibes is so important. Showing empathy and kindness to our own teammates is a great deed, and every person should be in for it. It helps dealing with project related problems and issues easily. With that, I would conclude this topic and begin with another one, which is creative confidence. Creative confidence personally has to be my favorite topic to talk about today. Creative confidence means that the belief that everyone is creative, and that creativity isn't capacity to draw or to sculpt, but a way of approaching the world. Anyone can approach the world like a designer. Often all it takes is to unlock the potential as a dynamic problem solver. I'll be talking about a few things that a person should keep in mind while creatively thinking. Mind maps, first of all. Push yourself to think divergently and creatively. When searching for innovative solutions, mind maps can be a very powerful way to come up with new ideas or gain clarity about a topic of exploration. Number two, 15 seconds of brilliance. Increase your creative output. Even if you're not never get to experience Andy Warhol's 15 minutes of fame, you're likely to have your own moments of brilliance once in a while. When that happens, be ready to capture the magic. 30 seconds. Jumpstart an ideation jumpstart an ideation session. This quick simple exercise is perfect for getting warmed up. Use it with a group as an icebreaker or on your own when you need a jolt of inspiration. Empathy maps. Lessons from observing human behavior. You've gone into the field in search of knowledge, meeting people and their home turf, by watching and listening intently. So, I'd like to add my personal experience to this. I changed my group from first group to second. I shifted from Crester to Buzz, and Sujal was very welcoming with it, and he always invited ideas and was very calm and tolerating. And okay, so the way Sujal and Shraddha worked, they were leading the group, and the way they worked is really, really impressive. Sujal was very particular with his meetings. He was very, very consistent with his work. Shraddha is amazing with with her work. Sorry, and then Radhika. Radhika is towards a little leaner side. She was very less attentive when the meetings happened, but towards the end, she was very effective with her work. She helped a lot with the prototyping. And I must say, we all have had our ups and downs throughout the project with each other as well. Maybe there were times when I wasn't good enough for Sujal, or maybe Radhika wasn't good enough for me, or maybe Shraddha wasn't good enough, or maybe Sujal wasn't good enough for Shraddha. But then all I realized was that we've always had each other's backs. Even if I was lacking somewhere, I always had a support from either of the group member, and I think that is amazing. Nobody else does it. Towards the end, we just decided we are a team, and we have to work. This is our work. This is not anybody's personal work. We cannot let it suffer for just one person, and that was really great. And I must say, Sujal and Shraddha are pretty good with their work. They are very consistent. They had a lot to research about. I'm not going to talk much about myself or my personal contribution to the work, because I believe I've done a decent research for the farming on Moon. And when it comes to prototyping, I was pretty much good with the sketches, and the final sketches used for documentation were drawn by me. Even if they were digitally drawn or hand drawn, they were all drawn by me. And in the group 3, I was a little affected and was not very high in work demand. I was a little low comparatively to the challenge number 2. I tried my level best to show my potential and where I can reach towards the end in group number in the assignment 3, which was basically challenge 3. I tried my level best and I did what I could at my personal level. And here I'll start with how working in teams and reconnecting with each other face to face happened. Even after COVID 2020, we've almost forgotten how to work with each other physically. After coming to Australia, we realized that we have to work together as a group, and how amazing it was to work with each other. And even if I think there were times when we had arguments about not coming to a conclusion of what we wanted to do, but I believe overall it was a great time working with all of them. Creative confidence came in me personally, came because of Sujal and Shraddha, and I'm very thankful to them. They were very confident ki, do whatever you feel like. Even the shittiest of all ideas are invited. Everything was great. And they're like, if Sujal was very consistent, he wants 3 ideas from each person every meeting, and that's how you start thinking. And he had the ability to criticize all the ideas to for us to do better, and it was really great of him. And I must say that was a great deed done by Sujal and Shraddha again.